The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from Ford Field. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
He's tackled at
a big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground.
First down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 33 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. So that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Adrian Peterson, he signed with Detroit on September 6th, and he got more run in the Lions opener than probably most people would have anticipated. 14 carries, 93 yards, and obviously he's getting towards the end of his career, but with numbers like that, I think AP's got a little bit left in the tank. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd and short. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
They run again on first down, Peterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Packers' 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
A gain of 10 makes it.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot. And it's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Let's see who's faster.
46.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short. They elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So the kick from here, a field goal, would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Fine Galladay, that's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 10. To throw again. Stafford, open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They give it to Peterson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
11 at the 25-yard line.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
Jones again.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to
Jamal Williams. Touchdown. 27 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Stafford. He'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. The 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards.
10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And off comes to Peterson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Here's a screen to Powell. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Stafford. All right, CD, I want to fit in your preseason predictions here. This is now our 5th year together in the booth. Hard to believe time flies, but it's an annual tradition that you tell us how you think things are going to shape up in each conference. Let's start with your thoughts on the AFC.
All right, let's start in the East. I like the Bills. In the South, I like Indianapolis despite their loss on opening day. In the North, I like Baltimore. And out West, of course, I like Kansas City. For wild cards, I like the Chargers coming out of the West. I think that in the East, New England is going to get the nod. And then out of the North, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Remember, we got that extra team in the playoffs this year. And then when the playoffs break down, I do think it's going to come down to Baltimore and Kansas City in the AFC. And Baltimore, by a nose, goes to the Super Bowl.
And just to be different from you, I like your conference championship matchup. I'll take Mahomes and the Chiefs heading back to the Super Bowl yet again. On On second down, it's Jones, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
On the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's the first throw now for Chase Daniel. Up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
First down, Packers.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. He gets this to Davante Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Davante Adams, quite the opener that he had in Minnesota. 14 catches, 156 yards, threw in 2 scores as well. And those 14 catches, by the way, tied Don Hudson for the most in one game in Packers history.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Lions take over first and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run again with Peterson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Daniel going to throw. Will find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. They will go for it. It's Daniel. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be incomplete. A curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Funches has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
That's caught at the 2. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Aaron Jones taking it in. And the Packers add on to their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
Saw a touchdown, too. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And a big return will get him all the way down. Down to the 35.
By the Packers. They'll take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Now on second and 16. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield. Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Lions will take over.
All right, this gives us a chance, Charles, to go back to your playoff predictions. We covered the AFC. What do you see happening in the NFC?
All right, let's go with the division winners. Dallas in the East, Green Bay in the North. Let's see, New Orleans in the South, and out West, San Francisco. Wild cards, I think 2 are come from out West. Arizona and Seattle. And the 3rd wild card, I think it's going to come from the South, and Tampa Bay gets in. Now, I don't believe Tampa Bay's going to the Super Bowl. I think New Orleans and Seattle will slug it out for the Super Bowl champs, and I'm going with New Orleans to find their way in.
Okay, so you got the veteran Breeze against Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl, and who ultimately do you have winning that one, CD?
Oh, yeah, the old head and the kid, right? I'm going with the kid in this one in a Super Bowl classic. Baltimore wins the championship.
All right, just so I go on record, I mentioned I'll take the Chiefs, and I'm going to take them over the Packers. So I think we'll have another young and old QB mix. Packers, a little bit of a surprise getting in there, and I'll take Mahomes with a repeat title.
I love it. A rematch of Super Bowl I, which was called the NFL-AFL Championship game. Actually, the World Championship game when they played it back in 1967.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync. He stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Prater's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got it open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And a Packer 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building and bullying. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. 20! Look at this! Get my field breakaway! Touchdown! Packers! Devontae Adams! 48 yards! And the Packers add 6 to their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Makes the score Packers 28. Lions 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Again, Peterson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to like that now. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Stafford. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Stafford. It's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. It's incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over. They've got his man complete. He's got daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The score.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around after a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Green Bay.
Rodgers looking to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 there. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Today's final score.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting.